My name is Linda. My daughter's name is Chanel. She was born on October 23rd, 1989. And somewhere between April 12th and April 14th, my daughter passed away from methamphetamine that was laced with fentanyl. She left behind 6 children and she was 34 years of age. So, in my own wellness regarding my daughter and the grieving process, one of the things that I have a ongoing battle with is my thought life. My thought life looks for opportunities, little setbacks, for things to go wrong, for people not to call me, or for people to call me, or just any little opportunity to come in and just talk junk to me. Um, it reminds me of everything that I have messed up on, everything that I've been incapable of doing, everything I should have done differently, and it tries to redefine who I am. That I'm a loser, that I'm worthless, or that I'm pathetic, or that I'm never going to amount to anything, or that I'm stupid. And for a second, that thinking has center stage in my head. And I am locked in and I am listening and totally engaged and in tune to what is going on. And then there's this awareness that washes over me that I don't have to listen to that. I don't have to believe that. And I don't have to be entertained by that thought. And when that happens, I rise up against that thought. And I tell that thought what the realities are. I argue with that thought. And I tell that thought realities that are matched with evidence. Like when it reminds me of everything that I can't do, I remind that thought that I can't predict the future and I have no idea what I will be able to do in the future. When it reminds me that I've screwed everything up, I remind that thought that everything that I've ever done in my life where I have missed the mark, I've learned and I've grown and I've become a stronger individual from it. Everything it throws at me, I have an argument back for it. And sometimes if I'm alone in the car by myself, I will have a out loud conversation. If I'm someplace private where I don't want people to call the police on me and think I need a straitjacket, I'll take a notepad with me and I'll write down that conversation. Because when it comes to thinking, the only way to change the thinking is by hearing it or by seeing it. You don't change it in your head. I can't close my eyes and will it out of my head, or close my eyes and try to force it out of my head, or tell myself I don't hear it, I don't hear it, I don't hear it, because I do. And it's not voices, it's thinking. We all have it, you have it, and everybody that I work with and everybody I've ever encountered in all of my professional life has thinking. And thinking has opinions about you that are hurtful and mean. They have absolutes about you, and they have ideas about you that are long held. And the only way to ever get away from them is to give them the reality. And here's the bigger truth: we don't fight with things around us. I never fought with my daughter. I never had an issue with my daughter. I had an issue with what I believed about my daughter, and that got me into trouble. My daughter never had an issue with me. She had an issue with what she believed was happening. So there's this war that's going on that's not really happening. I can fight with my husband, and he's done nothing, and I've done nothing. The only thing that's happened is I have jumped up into the front seat and I've started listening to those thoughts and be totally engaged in them. And it's a funny thing because one of the aspects of my job is to do group therapy. We can have a lot of people come and sit in group, and when somebody is having a bad day, They stare off into space. They're almost motionless and their body is stiff. It's like they're listening to something that's super critical, like they got headphones on and they're just really in tune to what's going on those headphones and they're really paying attention, you know, and they're not. There's no headphones, there's no voice, there's no voice in their head. They're tuned into those thoughts, and those thoughts are taking them to a very dark place, a dark place that will cause them to change their behavior, lash out at those around them, shut down, give others the cold shoulder, and just become sullen and irritable all throughout the day. And nobody has to do anything. And it's so easy to remember that when you're feeling bad and when you're up in a bad spot, that it isn't the people around you or the things that are around you that are doing this. It's what you believe and what you conclude about them. So if you change what you believe, you rewrite what you believe, then you rewrite how you feel, how you react, and the world around you. Now, it is an ongoing battle because I'm 56 years old and I still fight this battle. And there are times like, I don't know, like when you're walking through the carnival, those guys sucker you into throwing a dart to win a mirror or something of that nature. There are times when I'm most vulnerable and those thoughts find a way to slither their way into my head and take over the stage. And I absolutely listen to them until I remember, wait a minute. I don't need to listen to them. I need to listen to me. And I need to tell myself the right things. Because my mom can't fix anything that's happened to me. My dad can't fix anything that's happened to me. Nobody's going to say, I'm proud of you. I love you. You're going to do great things. Maybe some people will. But the most important person that I need to hear that from is not my spouse or my family, is I need to hear it from me. And if I don't speak that to myself, either by writing it down or saying it out loud, no one else will. And I will continue to get beaten and bloodied up on the battlefield of life because I'm fighting the wrong battle.